Black Friday's market crash is finally here, which means there's a lot of casual players that are going to be losing coins this week. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how to capitalize on that while also playing it safe and not losing any coins while the market is literally falling from the sky. Welcome to a very special birthday episode of Trading to Glory. Yes, it is my birthday, so if you want to drop a little birthday present, drop a like on the video. But on top of that, before we get started today, I've actually got a tournament set up with Gamer Saloon, as you can see on your screen here, $1,000 of prizes. You can play on any console, on both Xbox, PlayStation, newer version of the consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X. You can play on all of them because literally on my PS5, I mean, you can play on both versions. So fairly easy to enter, and it is absolutely free to enter. So that's why I am promoting it to you guys. There's literally no risk involved, and it supports me if you guys do join the tournament. Completely up to you guys, but I wanted to throw it out there. Fairly easy to enter as well. You click that link below. It's going to take you here. You can enter either tournament. It's going to make you make an account, of course. And then once you make that account, you should be good to go. So go ahead and get in on that tournament down below. And we'll be live streaming it, having a good time with it on December 2nd when the tournament does begin. Anyways, guys, let's get started with today's video, which is all about the Black Friday market crash, which we all know, at least if you saw the last episode, you know, hits the hardest a lot of the times before Black Friday even happens, stabilizes during the promo, and then drops again afterwards. If you want to see more details on that and don't understand what I'm saying, check out the last upload on this channel because it explains it in depth. Now, one of the things we talked about in that episode was SBC fodder. We picked up some fodder got in early, got these Parejos. I think I got 14 of them. Parejo, got a De Vrij, Felipe, whatever. De Bruyne is actually an SBC fodder investment we got for 53,000 coins. 86s were one of the cards I thought, you know what, these are way too low. So Parejo was just one random 86. Not completely random. I wasn't going to go with a goalkeeper. I wasn't going to go with a striker. I wanted a player that had good links, and that's why I chose Daniel Parejo. It's a good SBC fodder card. And he went from 10,000 coins. Now he's up at about 16,000 coins. So we're making good profit on that, but it also means that we can't put 4 million coins into Parejo at this point. I mean, we could, but we're missing out on a lot of that profit that we could have potentially had if we went full in on that investment last episode, right? I thought we were going to have a little bit more time to invest in these cards, and unfortunately they ended up dropping the SBCs for like FUT Hero stuff and all that this week, while the promo isn't necessarily too pack heavy, and that's what's going to happen in Black Friday. So we kind of got a week off in terms of supply, and then we also started getting SBCs that really demanded that SBC fodder, like Simon Banza, base icon upgrade, FUT Hero upgrade. All this just skyrocketed some of these, 84 to 87 rated gold cards. So at this point, you're looking at those prices and you're like, well, I could have gotten it for so much cheaper had I invested a few days ago. And so what we need to do when this happens is we've got to look at some of the other cards that weren't affected too much by these new SBCs, because there's still going to be a lot more stuff that's going to happen during the Black Friday promo, like a Team of the Week repeatable upgrade that pretty much happens every single year. I don't want to 100% bank on it happening, but it's been consistent. EA have not failed us yet with that guaranteed Team of the Week upgrade. It's a best of Team of the Week upgrade or an 84 plus Team of the Week upgrade. And so as we see these SBC prices, 82, 83s, 82s are still discard price. 83s are not quite discard price anymore. I told you last episode, you can go in pretty much, put your entire club into cards at 850 coins and you have no risk, right? They're already up a little bit, especially the ones that are from good nations in good positions. 84s are also up a little bit. You've still got opportunities on some of the crappier ones like Tadic, Ilicic, Andre Silva, Ibrahimovic, but they're up to 4K now, and they were about 3,000 coins a few days ago. And then these are the cards, 85s, 86s, 87s, that have really risen in price. All right, so there's still a few different gold cards that I'd say there's not too much risk involved in it. You've still got 83 rated cards for pretty cheap, but how much are they going to be needed on those repeatable SBCs in comparison to the supply you're going to get, because we're going to see more supply than we had ever seen before. So what I would say is maybe stray away from the SBC fodder investments in gold cards and go with some of the SBC fodder cards that are informs, because you look at 81s, discard 82, discard 83, discard 84, still pretty close to discard. 85 is where it becomes above discard at 15,000 coins. 86s are 21, but you've got 84 rated cards, and you've got quite a few of them for less than 12,000 coins. So you look at Simeone. He is in Serie A. He's a striker, which isn't the greatest position, but Argentina is a great nation to have. And it's a little better than Alvarez, just given the fact that he's in a better league. Hoffman, right mid, isn't bad. German Gladbach, not too bad either. I like it. It's not bad at all. Chilwell's been out of packs for so long. I don't know how many you could pick up for this price, but he's 12,000 coins, and he was in Team of the Week 5, so he's been out of packs for a fat minute. And the longer they've been out of packs means that there's less supply in people's clubs because they've had more time to put them into an SBC and stuff like that. So the longer they've been out of packs, the safer the investment they are. Okay, so that's why you should check out some of those Team of the Week cards, because if there is a guaranteed Team of the Week SBC, what you're going to see a lot of is you might see a untradeable SBC that takes an 83 or an 84 rated team to complete that you don't need an inform for, but then you'll see a tradable one, and that one's going to require 1 or 2 informs in it, which means that you could go out and do the untradeable and then submit the tradable one in, or the untradeable inform into the tradable one if it's SBC fodder, and that's not too terribly inefficient, but you're going to see a lot of people just buying the informs to throw in there. And in no situation could the informs drop in that scenario, because if you need 2 informs or even 1 inform to get another one, these cards right here are not going to be negatively affected. So that's why I think it's a pretty safe investment, close to discard price, almost guaranteed to be needed for something. And yeah, if it doesn't work out, well, you're risking maybe 5 to 10% of the price that you're picking it up for, and the profit margins could be much, much higher than that. So I think it's definitely something to keep your eye on, and that's why I wanted to start out today's video with that. Let's take a look at the meta market now, especially some of these recent informs like Mbappe. That's the first card I want to look at, because this is an inform that I think in a normal Team of the Week would be one of the most hyped up cards of the year. It would skyrocket in price out of packs because of how good his gold card is at 1.2 million. I feel like this inform should be more expensive, but the reason that it's not is because people are scared to buy it. Okay, you're going into a Black Friday promo, and despite the fact that it's out of packs, you've got that highly probable Team of the Week SBC that's going to come out. And if it's a best of Team of the Week SBC, he's going to be in it. If it is an 84 rated plus SBC, he's going to be in it. If there's any inform SBC, he's going to be in it, right? So people are looking at that like, wow, that could really crash his price. In my opinion, I don't think it will, but we're looking at a market where this card is only 2 million coins. In fact, a few hours ago, it actually dipped below 2 million coins at one point. It was at 2,001,000 coins a few hours ago on average during that hour. He's risen back up about 80,000 coins, so still stable, but it's a lot lower than what I would expect it to be if it came out 3 weeks ago, right? This Black Friday market crash has a lot of people afraid to buy. So with that being said, you're going to see a lot of these very meta cards, and I'm not talking about Alphonso Davies or Ousmane Dembele, all right? I'm not talking about the mid-range meta cards that are lower rated and are going to be packed a ton, because those kind of cards are going to go from 8,000 coins to 800 coins. Those are not safe. But some of the higher rated metas, you've got to consider people are going to have more coins liquid during this promo than we've seen before, and that shows by the low prices on a lot of these cards. The market crash before the market crash is often the biggest crash until you get about a week after Black Friday and they start going down again. But you've got Lionel Messi for 418,000 coins. You've got 85 Vinicius Jr. is following a very similar trend to that Mbappe, where people are just afraid to hold on to this card. It's not in packs anymore. In fact, when it went out of packs here, it actually rose a little bit because it was a very good card, and there's no huge reason on why it should be dropping this significantly, other than the fact that people are afraid to hold on to it as we get close to the Black Friday Team of the Week SBC. So people are afraid to buy, and there's going to be a point, and I don't know exactly the hour or the day that it's going to happen, but they're going to start skyrocketing at some point this weekend, okay? Once that Best of Team of the Week SBC comes out, maybe there's a little bit more panic, and then that hits the bottom point. But when you consider the amount of people that are going to get Mbappe out of the tradable SBC, it's probably not going to be nearly as many people packing him as there are people wanting him, right? And he's already low, which can only lead him to rising in price. Now, when you also look at some of the very good cards, some of the most meta, most expensive cards in the game, if we sort by PlayStation price, we can see some of them in the millions. Let's take a look at Diego Maradona, okay? And this card is probably down, 1.6 million coins. The card just a couple weeks ago was 2.1, all right? He dropped to 1.8 mil, and just over the last couple of days, very similar to Vinicius Jr., his card has dropped 150,000 coins. So we ask ourselves, why are these cards dropping? And the reason is just panic. Okay, it's literally just panic. It's not like people are packing Maradona a ton today and yesterday, all right, just out of nowhere. No, people are selling because Black Friday's coming, and they think, okay, this 91 Maradona, with all these packs being opened, it will be packed more. And they're not wrong, but the amount that it will be packed will not outweigh the demand and the more buying power that comes out of the promo. So these kind of cards, and I know it's out of the price range for a lot of players, but these kinds of cards are actually safe to hold on to. They're not going to go too much lower unless there's a slightly more panic over the next day or two. I'm sure the icon upgrade affected these prices as well, but realistically, they're getting low, and they're not going to be packed all too much. And when you have so many eyes on cards and so much buying going on during Black Friday, the only place they can really go is up, because they're not going to be packed enough, okay? So in terms of those big guys, I feel pretty safe holding on to them. I'm not saying you're going to profit a ton very quickly, but they're not going to crash similar to some of the gold cards like Marcos Llorente or Kimpembe, Hakimi, right? Hakimi's down to 52K. That's going to go even further, all right? It's not safe. It is not safe to hold on to him. You get to some of the more expensive guys like Kante and Ronaldo. I think they're definitely going to take a little bit of a hit, but they're more likely to recover in price, especially, those big guys on that top row right there, even players like Neymar, Son as well. So in terms of the meta market, that's what I'm expecting for the high end and the low end cards. Next thing we want to talk about is going to be ones to watch, because this has been a very solid fluctuation this year because of the 5 wins. Okay, Dio Upamecano, his inform actually dropped a ton. He went down to 70,000 coins again. We sold him at 95 when we invested, and he's back down to 70. The inform could recover a little bit. It's a good card, but as we get further into the year, you're going to see a lot more cards look like this, and it won't be as special or unique. But this 84 rated Upamecano at 283,000 coins, yes, it's over 200k more, is subject to get an upgrade pretty soon. They play this weekend. I don't believe Bayern have too tough of an opponent this weekend. I think they might play Arminia Bielefeld, but let's go ahead and take a look at Bayern's schedule. Yeah, they play Arminia on Saturday. And if you take a look at the standings, Arminia, they're not doing too hot, all right? They're a newly promoted team. And when Bayern play them, they are going to win, all right? I hope they don't. As a Dortmund fan, we need another point to catch them. But let's be real. They're not going to lose that game. So when you look at a card like Diopa Meccano, who has reached well over 300,000 coins at times, it's absolutely going to shoot back up. So it's not going to be a card that's going to be negatively affected by this Black Friday promo unless EA throw a curveball and give us a tradable ones to watch SBC or something along those lines. So I really don't expect these cards to be too much of a risk. All right. And this episode, as I said, is all about going with the safe investments and not holding on to cards that have risk. Okay. Because there's a lot of people that are going to be, just biting the bullet as their Marcos Llorente crashes down to SBC fodder and all of their 85 rated and below gold cards just pretty much just become discard price. These cards, like Upamecano, they have every reason to rise up in the next weekend. Once he gets that win, he'll get another upgrade. He'll go from 84 rated to 86, okay? And once he goes from 84 rated to 86, you're going to see at least 85 pace, 86 defense, 85 physicality. It's going to be one of the more meta center backs in the game. I think that is the next upgrade that's going to take him to the next level. And let's say he performs in that game as well, he could go to 87 rated if he gets a team of the week in the same weekend. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's quite unlikely, but it's definitely possible. So that Diopa Meccano is something I'm going to be keeping my eye on in the next couple of hours, next day or so. I might pick myself up 3 or 4 of him. I'm not going to go too deep into that investment, but I could easily see him reaching well over 300,000 coins again, as people realize he's about to get upgraded to 86 rated. Because once it hits, Twitter and then TikTok and then just becomes very public information and people are expecting that upgrade, there's no limit to how high he can go in the hype, and that's when I'm going to sell him. I might not even wait until he gets an upgrade. I might just sell once the hype kicks in. And right now he's definitely up a little bit. You take a look at that graph, he has been lower, especially when they lost this weekend. He got down to 270. He's at 284 now. There was a little bit of a missed opportunity from us. We're a little late, but we look at it, he was 305, okay? Before the game when they lost last weekend, he was 305 before they lost. Imagine what he's going to be after they win, right? It's going to be much higher than 300K in my opinion. So I think that is going to be a pretty solid investment for you guys. As we look at some of the other ones to watch cards, you're getting to the point where a lot of these guys are getting 3 or 4 wins. Even Lionel Messi, they're starting to pick up wins in Ligue 1. Messi scored this weekend, and 1.9 million coins is what he's up to. He's rising very quickly as they're getting closer to 5 wins. And that's going to get an upgrade from 93 to 94 rated. And you just got to keep track of all of these informs or ones to watch cards, because we're seeing more and more of them hit that 5 wins. Tomori was the first one to do it, and we saw what happened to his card, right? So let's not miss out on those opportunities from here on out. He went from 91,000 coins, and then once he got that big upgrade, he peaked over 200,000 coins at one point, right? So these are some really good opportunities that I don't think we should be missing out on. Take a look at all those ones to watch cards. Do the math, see where they're at in terms of their last 10 games. How many games have they won? How many more do they need? How close are they? And who do they play, right? Keep track of all of that, and you are going to absolutely make bank on a lot of these cards. I think Antoine Griezmann with an upgrade could actually be pretty solid. You can see he's been holding a pretty solid value, despite the fact that his gold card is becoming more and more irrelevant throughout the course of the year. And I didn't realize you guys couldn't see what I was looking at, but yeah, Hakimi as well, 377,000 coins. His first upgrade is going to take him to the moon. Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, who knows when Manchester United are going to hit 5 wins, if they ever do. They are in shambles, but once he does, big boost in that price. The fact that these cards are dynamic, it makes them so much safer to trade with. It makes them so much safer and stable. And with the idea that they're dynamic in a way that they can only go up, right? It's not like they can get downgraded and there's no huge risk with that. So it's fairly safe. As long as you're selling into the hype. What you don't want to do, though, is invest in a Daya Upamecano an hour before the game, and then they lose to Arminia Bielefeld or draw, and they don't get the win, and then you sell right afterwards. That's the opposite of what you need to be doing. You need to be buying after games that they lose, selling before games or after they get their upgrades or after they get the win that schedules them for the upgrade, I should say. So hopefully you guys understand that, and that's something that I think is going to be a safer investment as we enter into a very volatile time for the market. Obviously, Black Friday is not a time where you want to be holding on to too many of these tradable gold cards, especially under 88 rated, unless they're SBC fodder. And another preview pack that is on par with my pack look this year. Let me know down below. And this will be the question for the end of the video. So if you made it to the end of the video today, let me know how many packs below, how many packs have you profited on preview packs? Because so far this year, I've opened my pack every single day without fail, and I've profited off of one of them, and I made 2,000 coins. So these preview packs I was really excited for them. And now I have literally made no coins off of them. Well, not literally. I've made 2,000 coins off of them. It's almost no coins. It might as well be no coins. So hopefully you guys have been a little bit more lucky than I have. And guys, don't forget to join in that tournament. Link is down below. Pretty easy to join in. And if you're running into any problems, you can always shoot me a DM on Twitter. I'll help you out with it. But free tournament should be a lot of fun. We'll be live streaming in it. And hopefully I'll see you in there. Maybe you'll play against me. That'll be an easy win for you. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Drop a like on the birthday upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.